Hello, my name is Omonigho Aito-Imonah. Did you know that in 2014, just 3% of students of African descent attended FIT and a staggering 13% of Europeans attended FIT at the same in the same year? This is one of the reasons why there are very few black players, major black players on the international fashion scene, and why African fashion is not doing well right now. My name is Omonigho Aito-Imonah, and I am the CEO of Naijafashionista Illustrations. We're an illustration agency that was started in July of 2013 to fill a need in the industry at that time for skilled fashion illustrators. We provide services ranging from collection and portfolio development to tech pack design, and even provide training in the area of fashion illustration. Now, even though we are currently Naijafashionista Illustrations, we want to transition to FASHERA. The idea for FASHERA came while I was going through the streets of LinkedIn in May of 2022. I stumbled on Coursera and decided to take a course on digital fashion, and in collaboration with the prestigious Parsons New School of Design. And I was surprised that at the end of 3 days, I was able to get a certificate from Parsons. This was an opportunity that had eluded me nearly 20 years before, and the idea for Fashera was born. Now, what is Fashera? Fashera is an online platform, an online learning platform that connects students with world-class fashion institutes, particularly students in Africa, with world-class fashion institutes to take accredited courses in fashion at pocket-friendly prices at a fraction of the costs. We realize that we are in competition with some of the biggest names, such as Udemy and Coursera, but our edge are the following. Number one, the fact that we will be focusing only on the subject of fashion. Two, the fact that we will be delivering our courses in the four major languages spoken by Africans, which is English, French, Portuguese, and Arabic. And finally, the fact that we'll be providing payment services for all African currencies. Now, usually this is a problem for most African students having to do courses on foreign platforms. Now, how are we able to do this? We are able to do this. Naijafashionista Illustrations is positioned to be able to transition to FASHERA Africa for the following reasons. One, we have the widest range of fashion illustration courses in Nigeria and possibly even West Africa. We also have books on fashion illustration, and would like to expand our services to not just fashion illustration training, but fashion education in general. Two, another reason is myself. I have had more than 15 years experience teaching fashion illustration, and I believe that I have the required experience to be able to take on this task. Also, I forgot to mention that I happen to have founded in 2020 a platform or an online community of Nigerian creatives called the Fashion Collective Niger. And as a result of this, I have had interviews with. I've had the incredible opportunity to speak with a lot of heads of international fashion schools, and so I have relationships with the Inscape South Africa, with Amphi Amsterdam, with Central St. Martins in the United Kingdom, with the School of Design at Blue Cross University, and a host of other institutions. And so convincing these schools to onboard their courses on our platform will not be difficult. Finally, we also have a collaboration with the Digital Fashion Group. The Digital Fashion Group happens to be one of the foremost um, providers of training in digital fashion, and also we have a collaboration with Clo. Clo is the biggest software provider in digital fashion. And so the Digital Fashion Group is providing scholarships worth about 15,000 euros every month to five members of my community, while Clo will be providing 60 days free subscription to use their software. Official announcements will be made at the end of January, but this also shows that we are in the process of collaborating with international institutions. Our earnings over the last 10 years basically are you know about $30,000, just over a little over $30,000. But with if we expand to Fashera Africa, we could be looking at about $517 billion, and we got this figure not just from our market share in Africa, but from looking at our biggest competitor, which is Coursera, and looking at their earnings in 2022. So we will be using the $20,000 grants for the following things. One is to create an online learning platform. Now, an MOOC, which is a massive open online course platform, costs between $40,000 to $60,000 to create. So we'll not be starting with that initially because of funds. We'll be going for something simpler, which we'll be building and expanding on as time goes on. And then, of course, office space. We need office space, we need equipment, we need to expand and have an academy and a studio. So we'll be using these resources for this. And also, finally, we will be also expanding or diversifying our income by having a clothing line. In conclusion, fashion education is incredibly important. And is the reason why the lack of this is the reason why Africa is producing half-baked designers. We need designers who will be able to compete favorably with their Western counterparts. And in funding fashion education in Africa, we will be able to do this. I look forward to expanding more and speaking more about my ideas. Thank you.